on the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bay Field. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns.
Great man to kick off for the Jets.
Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. He's brought down just inside the 25.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
180! What's that?
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Hey, alert 30. 180! What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
What's that?
Throwing again is Baker. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
3rd and short, Mayfield. The catch is made by the rookie from Notre Dame. And he'll get it up to the 44. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. A give left side. Judkins trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Mayfield now from the gun. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, as he's nestled up right near that first down marker.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Regular, 180!
Mayfield looking to throw on this 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
At the 34-yard line.
What's that?
Judkins running between the tackles. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Cut!
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Hits him on the in route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking to throw here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Out of the backfield, looking for Breece Hall there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. That's taken at the 15. Continuing to move past the 45. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
180! Cut!
Here's Shudkins to begin the drive. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Watch out!
Here's Baker. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Good! Watch out!
To the air on third and long. It's a big strike to Hill. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Tyreek Hill to touchdown. Cool with the extra point. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14. Jets, nothing.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. He crosses the 35, and he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play, and that's good for a Jets first down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Looking for him on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They go right back to Hall. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to it, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Set up the screen here for Hall. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back now for the second quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone. Takes the second down snap. Completed to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Third down, they need 7. Back now, pressure coming. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Groupie sends it through. And that gets him back to within 11.
Getting that close in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Nicole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
180. Watch out!
To throw, Mayfield. That's Hill on the slant. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. From the pistol, here's Junkins. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on first down. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Back to the line they come, second down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing, Baker. Taken in by Hill, right side. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. Judkins has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns making a 3-possession game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Fields this one at the 3. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage, it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Throwing on 2nd. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. Breaks free in the center of the field. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Hardman with a return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Hardman on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Good. What's up?
Baker now off the play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But the Browns got this one back, so they will luckily hang on to possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long.
Good. What's up?
Baker now from the gun. Hits his running back. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd and long, Mayfield. Into the hands of Gadsden, complete. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
If you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns push their lead to 18. Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to the air following that pick 6. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns take over on his 5th interception of the season. Now, gotta imagine, partner, there are a lot of folks shaking their heads at seeing that. He has battled interceptions all season, and here, well, he's now been picked off on back-to-back drives.
Yeah, shaking their heads because on this drive and throughout the season, the adjustments just haven't been there. The picks just keep coming week after week after week, and this time, back-to-back series.
Judkins up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
180.
Mayfield now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 on the other side, Brock. We've reached our 2-minute warning. The Browns with the lead here from Huntington Bank Field. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Check. 180. Stop.
Throw here, third down. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to run for it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
He had all the distance and just enough accuracy to send it through. And they're able to tack on 3 more to this lead before halftime. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This return starts at the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They start the drive at home. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Trying to throw this from the gun. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go. Set.
Air it out on third. Can't convert on third. That's to the ground and incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
What's that?
Handoff now to Judkins. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
What's that?
They'll stick with the ground game here. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
180.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. It's a small gain up to the 38. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. It's out on the bootleg. Flushed out of the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
Kate, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
In confirmation for the Jets.
He's got it. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Hey, alert, alert, alert!
3rd and long for him here. Throwing the out route complete. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt.
In punt formation.
Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Escapes the pocket. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
They give on second to Hall. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
A 4-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Browns rolling out 6 DBs, 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Look at that power, deep left side. They connect on the deep shot. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Back to throw. They set up the screen here for Hall. And they take him down right along the 30.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's good for a New York first down.
First down, New York.
From the red zone on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'm not going going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shrinking the lead some in the third. Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Shotgun handoff here for Junkins. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21.
17.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. That's going to be taken in at the 8. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Jets getting ready for this first and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
This is complete, downfield to Smith. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's going to throw it. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Ooh, got him close to the line of the game. Down to the 25, third and maybe a yard.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go now.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this fourth down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
A give to Wilson running left. He's inside the 10. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. A game-breaking play there, stunning the defense and giving this offense one for the highlight reel, baby.
Yep, just put another one on there, Kate. He is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. The defense, well, they had him ready to go. They were ready to body him up in coverage, but receivers today, and we see it all the time, the best of them, they don't just do it through the air. They can use their legs as a weapon. That's a big-time touchdown run.
So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff.
Braden Mann to kick off for the Jets.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Hardman with a return. Good work so far. He's got room. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Us quarterbacks, Kate, yeah, you'll hear us say things like our best friends are the blockers up front or the go-to receivers. But a returner who can give you a short field coming out just like that, well, he's someone maybe you take to dinner during the week as a thank you for that great field position.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
20.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. They're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Browns first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And the give, here's Judkins. Got him a good handful there as it brings up second down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. And this is Judkins. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
180. Alert, 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 alert.
Baker now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it'll be third and goal.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Mayfield now on third and goal. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Return coming from the 6. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Check down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Three straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Good. Move. 180. What's up?
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
What's up?
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
They run here with Allen. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal.
Start.
Running it after the penalty. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Browns put up even more points in a win. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And he wasn't chancing the return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Complete to number 83. 10 yards on the pickup. It's
Ball
second
forward,
and
and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. A quick throw completed out to the left. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
They are throwing it again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot play.
And the defender comes away with it. Grant tapped it in to pick it off. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive.
And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game.
That's about trust. Trust in your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
First down from the 42. Hand off out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
At the 42-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Judkins running between the tackles. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throw here. 3rd down. It's caught left side by Hill. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And make this a 19.3 score advantage. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They've got to keep moving quick here.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
1st and 10, Darnold.
First down.
And he can't make the hookup on the deep ball. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. Well, that's when we chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That one connects. And into the end zone. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point.
And again, it's Darnold. And he's in for 2. So the progress is being made. The lead drops down now to 11.
51.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
Makes the tackle. They get there to take him down right around the 41.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
So the Browns come away with the win. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off.